I invite Daniel. Sorry, you will represent yourself.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming here today. I'm excited. I'm not here to speak in English in front of a large audience, but I want to say some important things. My name is Daniel Shalgi-Shira Hirsch. I am the partner of Michal and the father of Or, Maya, and Noam, my daughters. I am very worried citizen of Israel. I have been living here in Amsterdam for the past 5 years. I believe we, all of us, are part of Israel's society, even if we look at the things from abroad. We have a significant role to play and influence Israel's future. My grandparents immigrated to Israel from France after the Holocaust. They were persecuted by the Nazis simply because they were Jews. As I walk the streets of Amsterdam, I encounter many stumbling stones, these bronze plates on the sidewalk, near the houses where Jewish people lived. We all know these small memorials to individuals and families who were taken from their homes and killed just because they were Jews. My grandparents survived the Holocaust. They came to Israel to establish a model society. They were among the founders of Kibbutz Nachshonim. My other grandfather was a foreign volunteer. He came to fight the War of Independence, then immigrated to Israel, and was among the founders and builders of the Israeli industry. So many people immigrated to Israel from so many countries with so many hopes, wishes, and dreams, wanting to establish a model society based on the Israeli Declaration of Independence. Going forward many years, I am so ashamed of so many things that the Prime Minister of Israel, the ministers and the government have been doing for many years and much more in the last 9 months. The Prime Minister of Israel, Bibi Netanyahu, appointed as a minister a man who admires a mass murderer, a person with undisguised racist views. Busha! 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 This Prime Minister also appointed to be a minister a man who calls members of the LGBTQ++ community animals, a man who doesn't want his wife to be in a room with an Arab woman after giving a birth, a minister that calls for a deletion of an entire Arab village. In Israel government today, my homeland, there is more racist than in any democratic country government that I know of. What a shame. Busha. In the occupied territories, terrible acts of violence, injustice, and inequality are taking place day after day, and many Israeli ministers live there. Let's take a look at a pro-government protest that took place a few days ago. A few years ago, a Jewish man burned a complete Arab family to death. And in this pro-government protest this week, people walked around with signs and stickers that says, this man was right. Did the Prime Minister condemn it? No, he didn't. What a shame. Busha. Many years ago, a man murdered dozens of people solely because of their religion and their different faith from his own in their place of worship. He did it in order to destroy the chance of peace. It's a pro-government protest. This week, people walked around with stickers and signs saying that this man was right. Did our Prime Minister in Israel condemn it? No, he didn't. What a shame. A man murdered the Prime Minister, Yitzhak Rabin, to prevent him from making peace and ending the occupation. In a pro-government protest this week, people walked around with signs, stickers, and said that this man was also right. Did the Prime Minister condemn it? No, he didn't. Busha. Even the IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces, the army that many of us served in, with a sense of mission, including me as an officer, even this army has over the years become an occupying army, an army with soldiers who abuse the Arab population, and even soldiers who shoot live ammunition at innocent people. It is so wrong and so sad. All these things, these events, these happenings are caused because occupation corrupts. You can't rule over people by force without hardening your heart, without turning a blind eye to injustices. It is impossible to rule over other people by force for decades without beliefs and actions seeping into personal, civil, and political life in Israel itself. It is so wrong and so sad and so shameful. But now there is a hope again. The biggest protest ever, a protest for democracy, came in. A massive movement that calls for democracy. A movement that lights a beacon of light, a beacon of hope. A movement that calls for freedom, equality, and democracy, and gives hope to Israelis and non-Israelis in Israel and the whole world. The movement that might save Israel from its bad government. A movement that says democracy or rebellion, דמוקרטיה אומרת. A movement that says there is no half democracy, אין חצי דמוקרטיה. This movement is significant. It is magnificent. I salute these movement leaders and all the people in Israel and worldwide who give so much for this cause. Unfortunately, many of the people in this movement find it hard to say outright there is no democracy with occupation. They say democracy or rebellion. They say there is no half democracy. But they find it very hard to say there is no democracy with occupation. But it is a fact. There is no democracy with occupation. There is no equality and justice only for part of the people. I understand it's a process. We all understand it's a process. There are stages, and you don't achieve all the goals at once. But in my eyes, part of the hope for the future of Israel should be in the clear statements that we are fighting for democracy and equality in Israel and for everybody. And we know that there is no democracy with occupation. We call for freedom, equality, justice, and democracy for everybody, for all.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bravo. Democracia. Democracia. Democracia.